friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Stacy and I am the Chapter Conundrum, and in today's video I'm joined yet again by my handsome husband Jake because we have a book haul. Another one.
We got some books.
And it's his fault.
Excuse me? Excuse me. Okay, that's warranted actually for this one.
Yeah, it's most of the time it's warranted.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So the first couple we have to share, we had back in August at the end of the month, we decided we were going to have a fun date night with a bunch of gift cards that we had. And we had a gift card for Carrabba's, which is like a local Italian place, but that's also a chain. So we went there for the first time and tried it. We liked it. And then we also had, I think it was like a Visa Vanilla gift card from somebody. Maybe like one of your postal customers that had given to you for Christmas. Anyway, we decided we were going to spend that at Barnes & Noble. So we each picked out one book at the bookstore after our dinner date. And what did you pick out?
I picked out a book that I've already read and gave 5 stars to, which would be My Ex, the Antichrist by Craig DeLuey. And this book, basically, I saw the cover of it.
I saw it and gave it to you and was like, look at this.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
I thought I picked it out.
No.
Well, thank you. Anyway, after viewing the cover, because it's got like a vinyl thing on the back, I was like, ooh, maybe it's got some music stuff to it. And basically reading the back of it, basically think Daisy Jones and the Six, but horror with the Antichrist. And I figured that out and I was like, sign me up. And I loved it and gave it 5 stars. One of my favorite books that I've read so far this year.
Yeah, and the one that I ended up picking up is Behind the Net, which is the first, I forget the series title, but it's a hockey romance by Stephanie Archer. And the reason I picked this up, A, she was recommended to me by somebody on Trin's Discord. So I usually have similar taste to Trin, so I was curious about that. But B, I had been complaining that all the hockey romances I had tried, the author clearly didn't know or watch hockey. And so, like, it was very frustrating for me as a hockey fan. And this one, she's a Canadian author, and page 1 mentions the Vezina Trophy, whereas, like, the love interest is a goaltender. So I was like, if anybody is going to get the hockey details right, it's going to be a Canadian. So here's hoping this one does it for me.
I also had a small amount of Amazon gift card left over. I don't know what else I bought, but this book...
You bought a new razor.
That's right. I bought a new razor. And I had a little bit left over, and this was on sale by one of my all-time favorite horror authors. I picked up Rest Stop by Nat Cassidy, which I have also read during the Stephen King readathon, the Long Walk readathon. It's very short. It's basically a novella. It's like 120-ish pages. It's pretty good. It's 4 stars. I'm probably not going to reread it, so I'm actually probably going to unhaul it soon.
No, you're not, because I want to read it.
Oh, you want to read it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll like it or not, but you can read it. It was pretty good. It's probably my least favorite Nat Cassidy thing, but it was still solid. I give it 4 stars.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll like it, though.
Well, we're going to find out. Next...
Right now?
No, not right this second. That's going to mess with my Long Walk game board, okay? I have mine meticulously planned, where I'm landing, how many steps I'm taking, all that jazz. So you can't, no, you're going to mess with it. So next up, completely Jake's fault. He has brought me home some books from the Little Free Library on one of his mail routes. And I have 3 of those to talk about. So the first one is Where Waters Meet by Zhang Ling. And I don't really know much about this one, but the main tagline is From War-Torn China to Modern Canada, a novel about a daughter's quest and a mother's secrets. So this sounds or like gives literary vibes, but the fact that they're going to Canada... Jake was like, oh yeah, Stacey's gonna like that.
That's why I picked it up.
Yeah. So I am intrigued to find out a bit more about this one. And I do know that also there's like someone struggling with a loss in here, which is something I typically enjoy reading about as well. So yeah, high hopes for this one. It's outside my comfort zone, but it was free. So
but
we'll see.
It's also in Canada. Or going to Canada.
Yeah. And then the next 2, very much inside my comfort zone, though I have yet to read anything by this author, and that is L. Kennedy. So he's grabbed me The Graham Effect and Good Girl Complex. And I don't really know much about either of these, but I know they're L. Kennedy, who gets high praise from some of my friends, and who I've been meaning to try. So
I recognized the author, and I was like, oh, I'll get her some Hell Kennedy.
Yeah. Eager to try them out. Next up, we're going to talk about the books that Jake was sent by subscribers and Patreons.
Yes, and if you're watching this, thank you very much. We are on my wife's channel, but thank you for sending me some books. Y'all don't have to do that, but I enjoy it. The first book I have to talk about is Once More Round the Sun, A Year of Dark Stories by Dave Musin. And if you recognize that name, he is a very prominent Stephen King booktuber that I've enjoyed watching in the past few years. He is also a writer, and this is his short story collection, award-winning apparently. So I will eventually probably check this out next year, and I love me some horror short stories, so this will definitely be read. Also, the same person actually sent me a few books. One of them would be Pen Pal by, oh god, Dathan, how do you say that name?
Dathan Auerbach, I would say.
Okay. Well, anyway, I've been interested in this book for a few years. It's a horror book, and a few people over on the Book Astronomer Discord, including Carly
Yeah.
Froglet, really enjoyed this book. So I'm anticipating reading this sometime next year and hopefully enjoying it. I really don't know what it's about, but it should be good, hopefully. Another subscriber sent me a Stephen King book, one of my newer favorite Stephen King books, and that would be a paperback copy of You Like It Darker. When I read this last year, I didn't get the hardback. I listened to it on audio, but I do enjoy having all the paperback editions. So thank you to whoever sent me this, continuing my quest to obviously own all of Stephen King's books. One of my favorites from the past 5 years or so.
Yeah, I'm guessing they probably noticed we didn't own a physical copy when you did your video on first lines of King novellas or short stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what the video was, but I'll link it for you people.
Next up, this book was kindly sent to me by the author himself who wrote the book, and I will eventually be doing a dedicated book review for this if I can get to it, hopefully in December, if not maybe early next year. But that would be The Companion's Whisper by Paul McLean. And yeah, this guy, very kind enough to send me his book. So hopefully I get around to it very soon. And I'm assuming, it says the algorithm always listens. So I'm assuming it's sci-fi. It'll have something to do with AI. Very interested to see how it goes. So I will get to it and eventually do a dedicated book review since he was kind enough to send me a free copy.
It also sounds like something I could potentially be interested in, so I may check it out as well, depending on your thoughts.
Okay. And what do we got next?
Then lastly, when my family was here visiting, we took my sister to the local used bookstores here. I guess just one. We didn't do Paperbacks Inc. with her, but we took her to Second and Charles, and we did pick out some books for ourselves at Second and Charles as well. So you go first since you have more.
So I don't normally love kind of really old fantasy, but sometimes I can enjoy fantasy from maybe the late 90s, early 2000s, kind of that era. And this one sounded pretty interesting. It's Wolfblade by Jennifer Fallon. And this one just sounded like an interesting start to kind of it's older, but it's I think early 2000s. Basically, I think it has someone in a royal family kind of deserting, and then she kind of gangs up with some people. I don't really remember, but I remember reading the back of this and being very interested in it, and it was $2. So will I ever get to this? I don't really know, but that's all I got. It sounds cool.
And then this Jake saw for me, The Thousand Names by Django Wexler, and of course this is book 1 in the Shadow campaigns. But I am definitely intrigued to try out Django Wexler. I still have his Burning Blade and I forget what the series. I think Burning Blade and Silver Eye. I think. Anyway, I have the first couple books in that to try, and now I also have the first Shadow campaigns book to try. And hopefully I enjoy them, but I was happy to find a used copy.
So I think last book haul, I showed y'all the first book in the Pendragon series, which is kind of a middle grade series that I read back in middle school. I read, I think, the first 4 to 5 books, and it's a 10-book series. I never finished it. So I'm slowly starting to pick up the series, and will eventually do a big reread of it. So last time I got books 1 and 3, I was very disappointed that they didn't have like an older copy of book 2, but now I got it. So book 2 and book 4. So now I have the first 4 books in like the old editions that I know and love. So hopefully sometime next year, or even maybe in November or so, I can start my reread of that series, and hopefully it's as good as I remember it being. We'll see.
Hopefully. And then the last one that I picked up was a random thriller that caught my eye, and it's called Hide and Seek by MJ Arledge. And essentially this one is a cat and mouse game, or it's described that way. And there's a murder that's taken place inside of a prison. So it's an inside job for sure. He looks so fake shocked. But
Murder?
I'm genuinely okay, there's a funny story about that. So I was watching I don't even remember what show I was watching. Oh, I tried the new Nancy Drew show on Max. And it's, tangent aside, it's not very Nancy Drew-like in some ways. But anyway, there was like, we have the plan with ads. And then there was a line where it was like, there was a murder. And then instantly a commercial for Febreze. And now every time we hear murder, we just think of the Febreze commercial.
It was like a slow zoom out of like, there's been a murder. Dun, dun, dun. Febreze.
Anyhow.
That's what I was thinking, like, murder.
Yeah.
Febreze.
Yeah. So now we're just all thrown off kilter every time murder is mentioned. Which is not a good thing. But anyhow, I'm excited to try this and check it out, and hopefully it's good. Editing Stacy here, because I realized that I forgot to share with you guys that when my parents visited, they were able to bring me my special edition Sword of Kaigen. This was the Kickstarter edition, and it was gifted to me by Jake when the Kickstarter was active. But I thought that you guys would probably enjoy seeing it now that it's here in my hands physically. And this was the first time Jake actually got to see it in person, so that was fun. But yeah, it's a really beautiful edition. It has some sprayed edges, but they're just basic, like, shiny silver. There is some pretty, I have goodies stuffed in there. Hold on. It did come with a signed bookmark, which is cool. Double-sided with some beautiful artwork. And it also had like a patch that's iron-on of like the, I forget what it's called, but it's like the design for this thing anyway. But yeah, so onto the actual book. So the dust jacket didn't have any art underneath, but there is obviously like some custom artwork on the book itself, which is pretty. The artwork on the back is pretty. And let me actually just take this off so I don't accidentally rip it.
2 hours later.
And inside the actual hardcover, there is some beautiful printed art as well. And of course, it is signed as well. And I have copy 1006 out of 4000. So I think it has like updated glossary stuff on the theotypes. And then the other end page is like the colorful map. So yeah, I thought I would share with you guys that I am excited to have my special edition here with me now that my parents were able to visit and bring it to me, and thought you guys would like seeing it. So yeah, this is now on the shelves as well.
Sponsored by Febreze.
So that was it for all the books we had to haul today. Let us know down below in the comments, which are you most excited for us to get to? What have you read and enjoyed? What have you read and not enjoyed, maybe?
Tread lightly.
No, you can be honest. I want the whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Yeah. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on your way out if you want to, and have a great day.
Bye.